Good morning, everyone. Our topic for today is about fundamentals of HRM. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. Nice to meet you. This is yours truly, John Michael Ong Berzosa. Let's start with the quote of the day. This one is from Samuel Johnson. According to him, ensure the eternal master found the single talent well employed. According to the Harvard Model of Human Resources Management by Michael Beer, human resources management is a strategic approach to the employment, development, and well-being of the people. Let's put an emphasis on the people aspect working in an organization. HR is the steward of human capital in an organization. What is the importance of human resources management? HRM is the first step in building the human capital of the organization. Okay. Uh, its goal is to make a great, fun working environment by adding and optimizing value to the organization. It is done to achieve the mission, vision, and the direction of where the organization wants to be. In short, there must be alignment in the organization. Because without that, then there can be no effective HRM. So there are 5 topics for subject right now for fundamentals of HRM. We have recruiting and hiring, compensating, training, appraising, and succession planning due to the time constraints. So let's start with recruitment and hiring. It is also known as staffing. It is the process of hiring, identifying, attracting, interviewing, selecting, and onboarding employees for the organization. Okay. Human resources management is also continuous and cyclical, so to speak. So you have to constantly replenish the people in the organization. Next, for compensation, it is the remuneration awarded to an employee in exchange for their services or individual contributions to the organization. It is also known as the salaries and wages of the employees. For training, it is the process through which skills, knowledge, and aptitudes of employees are increased to perform the specific job prescribed to them. Now, for the fourth one, appraising or performance appraisal, it is the periodic assessment of an employee's job as measured by the competency, expectation set out by the organization. And lastly, succession planning, on the other hand, is the process of identifying critical positions within the organization and developing action plans for individuals to assume positions. Okay? Now that we have defined these 5 fundamentals, I would like to discuss the scenario in my previous company, which is a construction firm. We do not have an a HR department per se. You may say that the HR department is outsourced because all of us engineers and even the office employees talk directly to the boss. In the company that I've worked, there are usually 13 to 20 engineers at a time. It depends on how many projects the company or the construction firm currently has. The recruiting and hiring is usually internal recruitment because external recruitment is a rarity for the organization that I have worked for. For compensating, the organization usually follows the policies mandated by the government, the SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig. We also have the usual allowances, such as, let's say, transportation allowance. We have project bonuses at the end of the year. including the 13-month pay and the project year-end bonus, wherein we get to share of the company's profits. Now, for appraising, usually we get hired for around 3 months. We usually call it the proving ground. For us engineers, we get brought to the job site, of course, construction site. This is where we are constantly monitored and evaluated by our project managers. Now, if we have proven ourselves, the young ones or the new employees, as capable of handling a project, because being a project engineer isn't easy. It's a solitary job. So they will be able to leave you alone to handle the project and only voice out your concerns or grievances or whatever you need whenever necessary. In short, there is the huge void or absence of HR, the role of which is just to give us the compensation that we need. If we have to talk about grievances, we talk directly to our boss or company president. And I'm not sure if it's good or bad because you cannot voice out your concerns to other people except to your boss. Okay? For the succession planning, there is constant coaching and mentoring amongst us engineers. We get to talk to our peers for guidance. There is that ongoing learning and development in the organization through each other. Okay? We do not know everything because all 13 to 20 of us have each different varying experiences in the field, even if we're doing the same scope of works. The company is always on the lookout for engineers that they will retain. The problem with this is when the organization is on a tight spot, let's say there's no projects or they should close down, there is that line of seniority, the tenured engineers who will retain their position, and the young ones at the back of the line will have to be fired or separated because there's no projects available. Okay. Lastly, for our case, is outsourcing the HR department better for the organization? And that's it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, everyone.